So I had a week off work and I scheduled and planned some trips into kind of rough country. And first thing I did was do a pre-setup on my hammock just to make sure I had everything. Alright, so the first step is setting up or picking a good spot. And I found this tree and that tree over there. That one. To hang up. So then I put my strap around the tree right here, and that was in my side pocket. Got my little hanger to hang my bag, and let some of the weight on it hit the tree. And now got to go in the bottom compartment and get my tarp. So getting to the bottom compartment meant setting up the chair, and that ain't a bad thing. So I got the tarp up, tension adjusted. So this is what the tarp will go over. Need to get a little more tension on that, but it's all nice and adjusted. Right, so I did readjust my tarp setup. So I got a little closer to that tree, a little bit further away from that tree. But I did get some adjustments to my tarp strings. Got some prusik knots so I can tighten them up and readjust a little bit easier than before. Now I've got the tree straps on for the hammock. Bringing out the hammock. Unfurled the tarp and staked it down. Got high visibility cordage with prusik knots for adjustment. I can pretty much adjust it however I want. And in this instance, it's kind of set itself up in front porch mode, just basically due to the uneven ground here. So I got a much shorter tarp on the back. Alright, that's going to be the tarp tent setup, or hammock setup, that I'm going to go with. Got the Outdoors Way tarp, little Tyvek footprint there for my getting in and out of the hammock, taking my shoes off. Got it strung up like that. Snake skins are over there. Gonna give it a lay. So sitting in here, or laying in here, looks pretty good. Now there's a couple of things. One being that the edge here is really close. So I would probably need to adjust the tarp a little bit. Maybe bring the hammock a little bit more under the center of the tarp. I mean, if a light rain would be fine. Heavy rain would be something a little different. So would have to stretch that out a little bit. Maybe get some poles and put under the edges, because the terrain is a little bit difficult. Might could lower the tarp just a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, make some adjustments here to get it just right and dial it in, because I'm just about looking up at the trees here. So anything more than a light drizzle would probably soak the right side of the hammock here. I do have to say, the Tyveks with socked feet on a slope is not good. Very slippery. So fortunately there were a couple of sticks around, and I was able to do a pseudo porch mode kind of thing and get the tarp a little bit further out from the hammock, and it's as easy as that. Fortunately the sticks were laying around, So yeah, I think this little setup here will be pretty good. So a couple of notes for myself. So right up here, you got the snake skin and the ridge line to hang the bug net on. Might need to get a drip line for that. And for the other side, where you got the bag, stuff sack. And yeah, it just might need a little drip line here. This creates the drip line here, so that's good. May need to get some prusik knot for a little hanger instead of just hanging it on the ridge line, so I can adjust where these lay. Other than that, I think the only thing I really need to do is secure these better to the Tyvek. Maybe super glue. I'm going to try super glue because need something to secure it to the ground so it doesn't slip and slide all over the place. But other than that, I think this is pretty good. Nice quick setup. And now for the takedown. So the tarp is all rolled back up into its snake skin. I'm going to put it into the stuff sack and put it in the bottom of the backpack. Oh, so it turns out that the two trees that I was originally going to hang between were too far apart. So had to come and pick these that were a little bit closer together. Anyway, on with the takedown. Didn't exactly leave no trace, but yeah, pretty low impact as far as the setting up camp goes. I did have to make a little footprint, you know, but just so I didn't stab anything through my feet. So back down to the trail, going back to the car, and that's a pretty good test run. All right, I am here at the Bell Mountain Ozark Trail Highway A trailhead, and about to start the hike up the hill, or the mountain. So this time I'm doing solo, and a little nervous, but ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right, so starting out, got my pack on and heading up Bell Mountain again. Getting this adjusted a little bit. Oh yeah, so I got the smooth recording. I've got my bear spray and water, a little extra protection right here. Nippy. Oh yeah, forgot about something. Need to turn my GPS stuff on. Hold on. All right, we are starting officially. Got lots of stuff here, but hopefully I'm just going to the Bell Mountain, not any of those much more distant places. And fortunately I see the spider webs. Yep, I'm a little nervous due to all the stuff that happened last time. But should be good to go. Hopefully I am in much better shape. And we'll see how this goes. So I just crossed the road, and this trail does not hesitate. It is uphill right from the beginning, and given my penchant for not suffering uphill as well, I'm going to start out extra slow just to keep my early fatigue to a limit. And not going to try to set any kind of amazing pace or anything like that. Just gonna get to the top. And hopefully I'll make it in less than 5 hours, since it's a 5 mile up there to the top. Ooh, check that out. Big old shroom cluster. So yeah, I'm on the Ozark Trail right now. It's not going to last way too long, but pretty cool. I'm doing a section of the Ozark Trail on the way up to Bell Mountain. And yeah, it's I remember last time I was already very winded by this point. So this time I'm forcing myself to take it slow and easy, which is not all that easy to do, oddly enough, because I'm wanting to just treat this like a normal flat walk, but it's not, and I need to be conscious of that as I move along. So I'm currently aware of how I don't do well with elevation gains, and really trying to force myself to go very, very slow. But it also looks, from the lack of any vehicles at the parking, that I'm going to be out here all by my lonesome, which should be fine. This is just cool. It's a flat section here, flat rock, huge rock, so that should be very cool. It is not as wet as it was last time, so hopefully no falling down and getting my butt muddy like someone who I won't mention. Whew, gotta pay attention. Those rocks up there are pretty cool. There's another set, probably in the same chain, on back that way, a little bit more in the woods. And so far, excuse me, my slow pace is paying off.
Not that I've gone very far, but gone further than I had before I started complaining on the previous trip, which is good. But yeah, it's a bit warm out here, so the sweat is starting, and I'm going to be pretty drenched by the time I get up to the camp. But it looks like I'm going to have my choice of camp spots, which will be awesome. So 0.59 miles, so a little over half a mile. Stopped to do what I should have done at the trailhead, which is get my Salud into my water. So the hydration mix, hopefully some recovery aid, and yep, it has been challenging so far, and still a good bit more challenging to go. So yep, we'll check back in the next time. Well, 0.79 miles in, almost 0.8 miles, I'm calling it. I'm already boulder hopping, and I'm going to find an easier place to camp. Well, I'm headed back down, and I pulled out the chair, sit for a little bit to see if my knees and stuff can regain some vigor enough to get back down without falling. Damn, I'm so fucking disappointed. But I'm sitting up here. Let me get out of this. So yeah, that's about a straight on view, and you can see how steep that is. There's my pack and pole. I'm sitting here on a chair. Yeah, but that is pretty steep. So I made these little things to help hang my bug net, because the clips are pretty big, and when I hung them up here, they would just slide all over the place. But these let me control a little bit better where they hang. Also added a drip line up here, so that any rain or stuff just drips off of that and doesn't get to my hammock. All right, so since I failed at Bell Mountain, I came down to Tom Sock and camped out down there. And now I'm going to go to Minnesoc Falls, 3-mile loop. And hopefully, you know, I don't fail at that too. Should be fairly easy though. 3-mile loop, 1.5 there, 1.5 back. Ooh, vault toilets. Wonder if the whole trail is paved like this. That would be interesting. Check that out. Very good lighting and everything. Nice. So it said it was blazed in red, but I don't see any blazes. All I do see is Minnesoc Falls, 1.2 miles. And apparently that joins up with the Ozark Trail. Or this hits the Ozark Trail at some point. So very interesting. Not all paved, but it is wide and graveled. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Whew. I thought the tree was over the trail. That's the Ozark Trail. Blazed in red, apparently. The trail to Minnesoc Falls is rugged and difficult terrain. Please allow 2 to 3 hours to complete. And the falls only flow in wet weather, which this is not. Snacks. Don't have my backpack. Do have water. So, we'll see how it goes. I can always turn back. Getting good at doing that. Well, it is, in fact, getting a little more rugged. There's some really awesome looking spots along here as well. But yeah, it is getting a little rugged. I mean, not like the Bell Mountain trail. Then again, I'm carrying 0 pounds on my back instead of 40. So the going's a little bit easier. This looks like an interesting little section. Got little purple flowers, big rocks. I was afraid the path was going to go there. I was like, uh-oh, yeah, that's rough. But it doesn't. It is very pretty here. So far, I am not seeing the 2 to 3 hours to complete a 3-mile hike. So I'm thinking once I do see it, if it's actually here, then it's going to be really bad. Perhaps another interesting area. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Look at the rock formations. All right, this is definitely going to be cool. Look at that. Got dragonflies. Pretty flowers. And look at that view. Dang. These are not the established trail, but I like this view better. It's a couple inches off. Dang. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 big giant hills I can see. And I'm standing on the 8th. So that is pretty cool. And I think there's a little white thing up there. I think that's the power plant or whatever it is that you can see from Bell Mountain. But yep, that was cool. All right, that hill right there. Well, that hill right there started the challenging part, because coming down here, you got all these rocks. You got toe stubbers, you got ankle rollers, and don't think that's the trail. This is the trail. But how do you tell? It's blazed in red. Good gravy. I don't know, those both might be the trail. Or these both might be the trail. Oof. Join up to the same place. Look at the wee lizard. Oh, yeah. He's already climbed up the other side. Alright. So I just realized something that may be a big uh-oh for me. I've been going downhill for a good amount of time. So downhill is not really my problem. My problem kicks in when it's uphill. So it may be a bit challenging for me to hike out of here. They said it's a loop, so oh Jesus. Yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting on the way back. Stop. Please allow this area to recover by staying on the trail. Don't go any further out onto that awesome flat rock. And look at those mountains. Fair enough. That's a really awesome rock though. So I can see why people are tempted. Man, those little lizards can be scary when they make sudden noises. Damn, y'all. I was thinking that might be the trail, and I was about to go, nope. I was about to turn back on that. But nope, the trail's this way. Salty. Dang. Well, there it would be. That's pretty cool. Well, there is water, and it is flowing, but it's not an extremely fast flow. Look at all the vegetation there. It's providing a home for. Look at that though. Oh wow. Turns out I was mistaken. That is either the Ozark Trail or nothing. So I'm going to go back to the Tomsauk Falls Trail. Very tempted to get some water, even though I don't have my water purifier. Down to about a third. Hopefully this way is not as much of a crappy uphill as the other way. But it looks like it's going to be. Dang, y'all. Oh, these are awesome. That's just beautiful. All right, starting the uphill. Well, I'm now a little bit pissed off. I got on a trail, which is obviously a trail. It's not marked. And looking at all trails and Gaia, it is not my trail. So now I'm trying to bushwhack across these boulders to get the trail I'm supposed to be on. There was even a freaking sign down there saying, help these areas recover, stay on the trail. And I was like, well, cool, deal. Where's the fucking trail? Because it was not there's no markings down there. So, crap. Found it. And it's a lot more friendly than the other trail. So hopefully I'm not going to lose it again.
After I shot the video of this awesome dragonfly, the trail got a lot more difficult for me. I was out of water, struggling. I finally made it to the top of the hill, though. I didn't have enough in me to to record anymore. But yeah, it was definitely a struggle to get back up. And when I did, I just went straight for nearest convenience store and wound up staying the night in a hotel because it was that rough.
So I'm at Elephant Rock State Park. This is pretty cool. Giant boulders and rocks. And this tree is thriving, sending its roots down, 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 down. It's also kind of sprinkling, and there's people weed eating, making for a lovely, lovely time. There are trails and stuff all over the place here, and you can do bouldering and climbing on the rocks and everything, which is pretty cool. Did also see a sign that said no food or drink past this sign, and no swimming. So that was interesting. I am having a lot of fun playing on these rocks. And then there's humans. More rocks. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Look at that one. It's like kind of split, but kind of balanced. Kind of wanted to get up there, but no. I don't want to be the one who tips that balance and makes it fall. That would suck. You know, it's sometimes you are having fun and you're like getting up on top of really tall boulders and stuff like that. I mean, really great views, right? That's the other side of that just about to fall boulder. And then you're like, well, I got up here. Now how in the heck do I safely get down? Yeah. Safety's for wimps. That's pretty awesome. So I got up on top of this boulder by starting over there, jumping to that boulder, jumping over here to this boulder, coming down here, coming up this way. Yep. And you can just step up on it from over here. I feel so cheated. Yeah, that's my car down there. So I had so much fun playing on the rocks over there that I almost missed these. So this is the protected area and a trail. So this is stay on the trail, and my God, people are monsters. Anyway. So we're about to go through the squeeze. Very cool. Oh, it's an awesome place. It's kind of infested with humans though. Getting out of here.
Like this whole area might have been like all the way up to where we're at, filled with rock, and then they took all that out. Probably.
So this is entering the maze. Trail narrows, but still paved. Can't do a good zoom in director's view, but gonna switch. So right back in that tree back there, 2 eagles. 2. Ain't that cool? Check that out. Can't zoom. Damn. All right, doing the Lewis and Clark Trail. This is mostly for putting my little heart monitor here. I've got event monitor, I think it is, but monitoring my heart and seeing if anything weird happens and all that good stuff. So got it put on yesterday, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let's put it through the paces. So I'm gonna do the Lewis and Clark Trail, do that big hill, see if I can look around where I lost my attachment for the pole here, and yeah, it's pretty much all this is for. Hit that big hill, press my little button, and go, that hill kicked my butt. Is there anything wrong with my heart doing it? Or is it just that I'm fat and lazy? So we'll get some answers. We are coming up on the first bench, and I'm not really keeping track of anything, but man, this is awesome. You got the forest canopy up top there. The woods are clear, as in you can see quite a ways. Look at the dappled sunlight coming through. Man, this is a beautiful time on the Lewis and Clark Trail. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a whole lot of recording here, but I just got reminded that I'm coming down this, and it's like, woohoo! Nice and easy going, woo! It's awesome. But if you're going the other direction, this is probably a heck of a hill. I mean, it's got a switchback and all that stuff, but it's a moderately steep but long incline. So yeah, going the other way, this section I'm having fun with would be real challenging, just like the big hill on the other side that I'm going to be facing. Yeah, this is going the other direction. That's no joke. You're getting up there. So yeah, just got to keep your perspective. And here we're coming up on the bridge. She covered a little smaller wooden crossings, but this is the bridge. No trolls under here though. So I'm about halfway up the first major uphill. You can see the trail down there. Got someone running along it. That's the first let me stop and catch my breath. I've been pushing a little hard. trying to get that stress test in. But I don't know, it's maybe a mile, a little over a mile into this 5-mile trek. So I think I might need to reconsider if I'm going to make it the whole way. The failed trip up Bell Mountain and the struggle over at Minnesoc Falls probably helped add to my endurance, but probably, you know, not miraculous levels at only 2 trips. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to make a more regular event out of doing exercise like this. I'm gonna guess that regularity is what's going to give benefits, as opposed to, you know, just doing a hike on a weekend and maybe every other weekend. Not going to be enough. So they say 30 minutes of intense activity 3 days a week, and you'll see improvement in your endurance in 4 to 6 weeks. So consistency, frequency, and intensity. And I gotta find some way to build those up. All right, we're at the split. Taking the Clark Trail, the short run. You know, get this over with and all that good stuff. But so far, other than that little rest halfway up that first major hill or major incline, doing pretty good. Feel good at the split. So hopefully I'll still have some issues up that hill and touch my little heart monitor and go, hey, I'm exhausted. But as of right now, I think I feel pretty good. Past the split, I guess going to be coming up on the second bench here before too long. So, so far so good. Squirrel! Not really a squirrel. It's right over there on the trail. Oh well. Forward! Alright, coming up on that second bench. And yeah, it's so between the top of that first big hill and here, that's pretty much the trail. Just you got forest over here, which looks like there's been a burn not too long ago, and kind of a drop off over on this side of the trail. No burn on there, which shows the effectiveness of fire breaks in the woods. And then you got this bench here, which just kind of out in the middle of a long flat section, except that's a pretty decent hill there. So yeah, there's that perspective thing again. Up to that bench, going the way I go, it's been pretty easy. This hill is pretty easy for me because it's downhill. going up this would be a monster. Is a monster. So yeah, that bench being there kind of makes perfect sense, because getting to the top of this ain't easy going up. It's not way too easy going down because there are rocks, and getting to a section where you got to pay attention to those rocks. So stupid skeeters. Guess I gotta redo my insect repellent. Oh God, and I'm gonna fall if I don't stop. All right, so this is the start of the narrow trail. Crap. And we're gonna cross people on it. But yeah, drop off there, hill there, not much room. All right, it is not a short section either. So yeah, that just goes up, and that's a fall off. But it goes on maybe a quarter mile, maybe a little less. It's ends at the where the Lewis and Clark trails meet back up. But it is not a very wide section, unlike pretty much the rest of the trail. And there it is, the hill. About to get started. Right at the moment, I feel kind of spectacular. So it'll be interesting to see how well I do this hill today. I mean, heart rate's at 94. I've gone about 2 miles. I think top of the hill is 2.6 miles or something like that. Mosquitoes have not been horrible, but oh well, let's get to it. Well, not gonna say it was easy, but I made it to the vertigo stairs. Heart rate's only 87. Vertigo stairs. I don't know if people can tell what I'm talking about, but with how the railing goes straight up and the stairs curve to the left, it's a horrible vertigo sensation, especially if you're going down. So you got to just not look at the railing. Just use the stairs. Don't even look at the railing. Oh, see how I fell at the top. Well, heart rate's still showing 90. This is where I sat down for quite some time. I think the 2 times previous to this, sit there, and I mean, I'm breathing heavy, but watch heart rate monitor. It's saying I'm only doing 89 or 90. Don't see how that is. Not at the top yet. So I'll see you up there. Well, fudge. Yeah, made it to the top of that hill. Made it to the first little overlook. Of course, we're going to go down and look, but I don't even have to sit down and take a break here. So, yeah, don't know. Ain't that just a view to die for? If you fell, you definitely would. Well, I think I'm getting mostly done, most of the way through. And one of the last hills, I think. Still haven't had to stop and rest. Heartbeat's 99. I mean, one of the last times I was coming through here, heart rate was 125. So, oh well, I'll report at the like rocky overlook. Oh, taking my first sit down break. I'm up here at the what I call the rocky rest stop. Lots of big rocks around here. A little overview of the river, blocked by trees, but you can still see the river. I just heard an eagle. That was cool. They're probably around here somewhere. But yeah, so got to the top of this hill. Heart rate was 112, and it's already back to 88. So I'm knocking this trail out, and I guess those two that are attempted hike and the excruciatingly tough hike earlier this week, and kayaking and stuff may have already helped. All I got to do is keep at it. The hard part is to keep at it, keep doing it. Especially because I got a lot of concerts and out-of-state trips coming up, so kind of shocked and happy that I'm not right over on that boulder over there trying not to die and soaking the rock in sweat so much that there were puddles in some of the dips. But I do need to refill my water here at basically the 3 mile point. Pretty much the rest of the way after that little hill there, the rest of the hike out of here is pretty easy, and we got 2 miles of flat stretch. I guess I'm gonna have to find a harder hill to get my heart rate up that high.